Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, two of the greatest footballers of all time, are about to achieve the remarkable feat of 1,000 career goals. These two footballing icons of the modern era have done it all, from breaking records and setting new standards of excellence to redefining football for a generation. However, as they near this incredible milestone, an inevitable question arises. Can they ever match the legendary Pele, who not only surpassed 1,000 goals, but also did so while winning 3 World Cups? Messi and Ronaldo's pursuit of 1,000 goals is very impressive. However, doubts about whether the achievement will carry the same weight as Pele's keep rising. Pele hit the 1,000 goal mark while still in his prime. By the time he was considering retirement, he had long hit and surpassed 1,000 goals. Pele did all of this during an era when football was much more demanding. He also did it without the media spotlight, advanced medical support, and a global fan base, which are some of the privileges modern footballers enjoy today. Other than that, Pele's influence was more than just goals. He was an icon worldwide who literally stopped a war. So as we explore the outstanding achievements of Ronaldo and Messi, we must ask, is scoring 1,000 goals today as impressive as when Pele did it? Join us as we explore the realities behind Pele's 1,000 goal achievement and whether these two modern footballing idols can match it. Pele reached 1,000 goals before his 3rd World Cup. When Pele scored his 1,000th goal, the football icon was still in his prime. Pele was playing at a level very few could rival. By 1970, he had already scored over 1,200 goals and went on to lift his 3rd World Cup the very same year. Pele called it a day in international football at 33. He had already cemented his name as a football legend by that time. Now, looking at the other two, Ronaldo and Messi, there's quite a contrast. Unlike Pele, Messi and Ronaldo are nearing the 1,000 goal mark as they come towards the end of their careers. Compared to Pele, these two are well past their prime and physical peaks as they chase this milestone. While they're still world class, their chase for 1,000 goals is more of a final milestone than a mark of dominance in their prime. Pele, on the other hand, accomplished this feat while dominating world football. He did it all before stepping onto the grand stage for his final World Cup. While Ronaldo and Messi's longevity and consistency are incredible, there's a crucial difference between their careers and Pele's. Pele hit 1,000 goals not as a career-ending milestone, but as a marker of his enduring greatness. And this begs the question, can Messi and Ronaldo match Pele, who reached this feat at his peak, not as a final career milestone? Pele's friendlies were against top teams. A common argument critics use to downplay Pele's goal tally is the claim that many of his goals were scored in friendlies and exhibitions. However, what this argument fails to consider is the level of competition Pele faced during these matches. Pele's friendly games were not against simple small local clubs. He played against top professional teams and national sides from around the world. For instance, during Santos' international tours, often referred to as Santos touring circus, Pele regularly faced elite European teams. The tours showcase Pele's extraordinary talent on the global stage. Santos traveled to Europe, Africa, North America, and Asia during the 50s, 60s, and 70s. During these tours, Pele played against teams like Benfica, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, and AC Milan. Pele didn't just play against them. He excelled as he scored goals at an unbelievable rate. A good example was when he was playing against Benfica. The team back then was led by Portuguese legend Eusebio. Pele's Santos played 7 games against Eusebio's Benfica. Out of the 7 games, they won 6 and drew 1. In these 7 matches, Pele scored 9 goals. The level of competition in this match was far from easy. Yet even then, Pele solidified his reputation as a giant killer by thriving against the very best. So why should a hat trick against a top European giant or Brazilian side in Pele's era be less valuable than goals scored today in leagues like the MLS and the Saudi Pro League? The truth is, Pele's friendly matches were anything but casual and easy. In an era where television coverage and social media did not exist, these matches were often the only chance for European fans to see Pele play live. Pele toured with Santos because people wanted to watch him play. As a result, the stadiums were packed, and the games were much more intense than those played in the official competitions. And Pele didn't just shine on this demanding stage, he dominated and outplayed European clubs that were considered among the best in the world. Pele stopped a civil war. Pele's influence was beyond the pitch in football. His influence was so significant that he literally stopped a war. In 1967, during the Nigerian Civil War, Pele arrived in Lagos for an exhibition match with Santos. It was during this time that something very remarkable happened. The two conflicting sides agreed to a ceasefire and paused hostilities for 48 hours just to watch him play. Now, this was not an arranged truce or a political move. It was simply the power of one man's presence that brought a temporary halt to the war. For 2 days, the war stopped. A nation that had been torn apart by war was able to experience a brief moment of peace because of one man and football. Now think about this for a moment. Without the help of social media, global television networks, or the modern communication technologies present today, Pele managed to influence a whole nation to lay down their arms for 2 days. The power of this moment cannot be downplayed. Pele had a level of influence that went beyond sport. He did not need social media or modern technologies to become an international icon. His presence alone was enough to unite people in a way that few athletes, if any, have since. Now, with Messi and Ronaldo, both players are global superstars. However, their fame and global reach are amplified by the era they play in, a world of 24/7 media coverage, social media platforms, and endless marketing campaigns. Despite this, has any modern player, even Messi or Ronaldo, ever had that level of impact without social media, global TV, or modern technology? It's no secret that both Messi and Ronaldo command massive social media followings and are global celebrities. However, have they ever united a nation, let alone stop a civil war? Ronaldo's controversial remarks on Pele. In a media interview, Cristiano once made a bold remark on Pele. Ronaldo claimed that all his goals were recorded, implying that Pele's goals might not be as significant as his because they weren't all officially recorded. It was a comment that stirred up great controversy and debate. Ronaldo's suggestion was that the goals of modern players are documented, and that made them more valid and trustworthy compared to those of early legends like Pele. However, this argument and criticism completely ignores the reality of Pele's era. While not all of Pele's 1,200+ goals were caught on camera or broadcasted, it doesn't make any of them less important. A good example of this is one of Pele's most legendary goals, his stunning solo effort against Juventus da Muca in 1959. This goal, as well as many other legendary goals of his, was not filmed. However, the goal lived on in football history despite the lack of video footage. So does the lack of footage make them any less important? Or does it actually show that Pele had to earn his legendary status in a different and perhaps more difficult way? With every goal that Pele scored, whether in a competitive match or a friendly against a top European team, he was creating his legacy in an era where players earned their fame based solely on what they did on the pitch. It was not like today, where the number of likes got online and amplification from media channels play a role in it. Messi and Ronaldo are undoubtedly two of the greatest players to ever grace a football pitch. Their relentless pursuit of 1,000 goals, extraordinary consistency, and ability to perform at the highest levels for over a decade are remarkable feats. But Pele's legacy stands apart. Pele reached 1,000 goals in his prime, not as a final milestone, but as a marker of his enduring greatness. He toured the world, facing the best European teams, and thrived. His influence transcended the sport, halting a war and uniting a nation, all without the help of modern technology. And he did all these things while lifting 3 World Cups. Pele wasn't just a great football player. He was famous worldwide long before social media or global TV made that easy. His goals didn't need to be shown over and over on YouTube. People who saw them remembered them because they were unforgettable. That's how powerful they were. These moments have been passed down by word of mouth and described in detail by those lucky enough to witness them in person. Today, we are constantly surrounded by stats, highlights, and social media posts, making it easy to get caught up in the numbers. But Pele's greatness was about more than just numbers. He didn't just play football, he made a huge impact on the world. Now that Messi and Ronaldo are approaching 1,000 goals, the real question is, are Messi and Ronaldo's 1,000 goals as impressive as Pele's, or is Pele's legacy untouchable?